Day 3, problem 1. A 20-foot ladder is leaning against a tower. Its base is 6 feet from the tower. Question A, sketch a diagram for this. Alright, so for a tower, maybe a simple, almost rectangular shape. And then that would be sitting on the ground. And then it says that there is a ladder leaning against a tower. So add a diagonal. Maybe something like this. Looks like a ladder leaning against a tower. Now, in math class, hopefully we are able to recognize this is a picture not only of a tower and a ladder, but of a right triangle. So looking carefully, do you see a right triangle in this drawing? There's a 90-degree angle right here. We are told that the ladder is 20 feet, so it's this side of the triangle that is 20 feet, and that the base, so across the bottom of the triangle, is 6 feet. And what we do not know is how long is this side of the triangle, or how high up the tower does the ladder touch? In question B, we're told to use the Pythagorean theorem to find that. So in symbols, the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And this gives a relationship that is true for all right triangles. The symbol A is the shortest leg of the triangle, in this case 6. The symbol B is the other leg of the triangle. In this drawing, it is the side of the triangle we do not know. So I'm going to label this missing side with the variable b. If we can ever solve for b, we'll know how high that ladder reaches. And in our formula, we can replace the letter c with 20. That is the hypotenuse of the triangle. So here's an equation that has the variable b as an unknown. We would like to solve this equation for b. So here's the equal symbol, drawing straight down just to keep the sides of the equation straight. Let's isolate the b term to the left of the equation. So here is the b term. Right now it has 6 squared added to the b term. Let's remove the 6 squared using subtraction. So subtract 6 squared, subtract 6 squared. 6 squared subtract 6 squared is 0. And the b squared can be brought straight down. Over here on the right side of the equation, 20 squared subtract 6 squared. Let's figure out what that is. First of all, 20 squared. 20 times 20 is 400. And we want to subtract 6 squared. 6 times 6 is 36. So what is 400 subtract 36? We can borrow from 40, leaving 39, and then the 1 that we brought over to borrow, put it right in here in front of the 0 to create a 10. And then 10 subtract 6 is 4, 9 subtract 3 is 6, and the 3 comes down, 364. So b squared equals 364. Now let's solve for b. The square root of b squared is equal to the square root of 364. The square root of b squared is b. Now what is the value of the square root of 364? I'm going to take a calculator and figure out the square root of 364. 19.07. If we round off to 1 decimal place, let's look and notice that the next spot over is 5 or higher. That means we round this up. 19.1. Okay, we found a value for b is 19.1 in our diagram. The variable b is written on the side of the triangle that will tell us how high the ladder reaches. And so we have answered the question. It is 19.1 feet. Day 3, problem 2. You invest $2,000 in a fund that earns 2.5% interest, compounded quarterly. If you make no additional deposits or withdrawals, then what is the value of the investment after 8 years? And hint, here is the compound interest formula. So let's use this formula to find the value of A. A means amount, meaning amount of value or amount that the investment is worth. The symbol P is principal. What was the principal deposit that we made? So our starting deposit, that's $2,000. The letter R is the interest rate, but written as a decimal. So it's given in the story problem as 2.5%. We need to rewrite that so that instead of 2.5%, it's a decimal. And you can do that by moving the dot 2 places to the left, and that becomes 0.025. The letter N is the number of times per year that interest is compounded. We're told it's compounded quarterly, and the word quarterly means 4 times per year. Now the exponent. The letter N is also in the exponent, so 4 times. And now the variable T, which means the time in years that we're investing our money. We're told 8 years, and so an 8 gets filled in for T. Simplifying the exponent up, we can rewrite it like this. 0.025 divide 4, and 4 times 8 means that the exponent could be written as 32. And that just makes it a little easier to type in the calculator, less chance of making a mistake when you type in the exponent. Sometimes students who try to type in an exponent like this will not put the times 8 with the 4 up in the exponent. They might accidentally hop down to the main line of the problem and put the times 8 down there, which would make the wrong answer. So something as simple as going 4 times 8 in your head and knowing that that's 32 can make it easier to type. So let's type this in and see what it makes. 2,000, parenthesis, 1 plus 0.025, divide 4, close the parenthesis, exponent, 32. Here's our answer. Because we're working with money, we're interested in dollars and cents, and so we want to round off to 2 decimal places. So looking at the next number over, that is 5 or higher, and so that digit should round up to a 9. So our answer is $2,441.29. We had $2,000, somehow earned it at a job, maybe we received it as a gift. Somehow we had $2,000 that we were able to invest without needing to withdraw the money. And after leaving it in the investment for 8 years, we now have $2,441.29.